Yo, I'm live, so I will try to be brief. So Valerie Cosgrove tried to bring up something in a space last night, and we didn't cover enough time. We didn't spend enough time covering it, excuse me. So I wanted to go ahead and get a breakdown from her on her thesis, and then I wanted to research like her thesis against what I could find, and I'm going to show you exactly that. Okay, so first we're going to read the message that she sent, and then we will obviously dig in. So somehow she bought CYXTQ a month ago or so. Tonight she was trying to figure out why she would do that. They found more than likely will be acquired by the date of 8/18/23, so it's 4 days away. And because it has Q at the end, that means that they're bankrupt. Um, I then researched both and remember that TRKA is highly desirable because of their cloud-based capabilities. Digital Realty and is related to Cox Communications by way of Axios or another subsidiary. I then searched Cox Enterprises, SEC Communications, and found this. And this is the 13G for the merger on Phase Clan. We'll get into that in a second. Don't worry. Um, let's see. Do I think it's possible that B Riley is owned by Cox Enterprises and they are the buyer and it's been under everyone's nose the whole time? BRPM is the B Riley Principal Group. That was then renamed the Phase Clan, which is essentially Cox Enterprises. Sorry to be long-winded, but yeah. So I said they won't be owned, but they can definitely have a working relationship because I think that they're a broker. You know what I mean? All right, so TRKA at the moment is reading as a $33.7 million market cap company. Now here's Phase. Phase got well, they completed a merger pretty recently. Look at B Riley owning 14.68%. Look at Cox Enterprises; they own 5.11%. That's interesting. So like that right there shows you that B Riley is a power broker. They are a power broker. Yeah. So here's Cox Communications, and here's that connection to CYXTQ that she was talking about. They have 8 partners, one of which is at CYTXQ. Bang. And yeah. So 38 partners from that company, and that company has anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 employees approximately. We don't need that. Okay, so here you can see obviously it was a reverse merger between Phase and B Riley, the principal, which we talked about, and that's how they retained as many shares as they got. But being that they're working toe in toe with Cox Enterprises, that tells me that they already have a working relationship. Like if they're in the top 3 of a publicly held company, like they have intimate knowledge of each other's dealings. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to think otherwise. No offense. So if you just go to B Riley's platform, it just talks about how they work in liquidation, unfortunately, but they also work in restructuring, turnaround management, forensic accounting, litigation support, a lot of different things, retail solutions, I venture capital. Like it's very very interesting. Now here's a list of just deals that B Riley has done. Just because like we've gone over the list of Jeffries, but B Riley in their own right is a player. I mean they just handled a PNC merger. You know, there's and then right here you see the what's it called? You see the SPAC from Phase. But let's see, are there any? Oh, they also engineered the Redbox SPAC, which turned into a huge squeeze too. Throw that out there. They have connections with Richard Petty. Interesting. Greenridge Generation. Remember SPRT? That changed into GREE, GREE. So that's Greenridge Generation. And crypto, yeah, they handle Bitcoin mining. Let's see, anything else? Shell, okay. Honeywell, huge company. Anything else worth here note or mentioning? Okay, nothing too major. All right, here's here's the SEC filing where they brought phase inspect them. Now, here's something that I also found interesting. So my whole thing was I wanted to connect Jeffries as a broker to B Riley as a broker. In this document, it's dated all the way back in 2021, but in this document, you have both of them as underwriters on this public offering. So they have experience working together in the past. Does this mean that these shares here that I'm gonna pull up? Hold on a second. TRKA Riley shares. Hold on a second. Is that it? Okay. So this right here is the agreement with B Riley. So with that being said, is this vindicative of a merger with Jeffries? I mean, we have Jeffries and them on a public offering prior. I don't know. Just throwing it out there for you guys to chew on. Definitely an interesting read. So shout out to Valerie Cosgrove. I'm sorry that you were dismissed on that call, but you definitely shouldn't have been because that was very interesting, and there are a lot of connections. So yeah. Also, guys, feel free to follow me. My Twitter is @BuzzMarginCall. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post this, and then I'm gonna get back to my live audience. Come hang out. Ooh, wrong button. That was close, guys.